Alan Tatch admits he neglected his home.
I couldn't look my dad in the eye right now if he was standing in front of me. And I'm his namesake. There's no way I could. I just let it fall.
Austin Code Compliance tells us for years neighbors have been complaining about this property. It was infested with cockroaches, had no running water, and was considered a fire hazard.
We've counted as many as 17 to 18 people living in one mobile home, which is unheard of.
The house also had more than 200 reports from the Austin Police Department, ranging from animal cruelty, drugs, theft, and assault. And neighbors say they were tired of it.
Drugs, prostitution, theft, fights, just everything, garbage dump, everything that you don't want in a neighborhood.
Code compliance officers admit even after complaints are filed, it could take years to schedule a demolition.
You have to do research, you have to monitor it, you have to document, you have to photograph, and again, you have to establish dialogue.
And while neighbors feel for Alan Tatch and what he lost,
there's no way I can go find another house now.
They say it had to happen.
I was ecstatic. I was happy. It needed to be done.
The sounds of nature, calm and relaxing.
I love listening to the cliff frogs. They sound like birds at night.
Annie Coe is lucky enough to live near this stream, the Spicewood tributary of Shoal Creek.
It's clean. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong. You can see all the rocks on the bottom.
Looks can be deceiving. This is actually one of 4 streams found to have high levels of fecal bacteria.
It does gross me out, even whether it's dog or human.
We think that the sources of fecal contamination to Austin creeks are leaking wastewater infrastructure, domestic pet waste that isn't properly disposed of. There are wildlife sources, as well as humans that are going to the bathroom in or near creeks.
City of Austin engineer Chris Harrington says several agencies are coming together to stop the contamination. Among the plans to improve Austin streams is protecting vegetation near streams and repairing infrastructure.
Reaching out to educate our residents about the importance of picking up after their domestic pets and properly disposing of it, and also trying to reach out directly to our residents themselves, including our homeless residents.
It's a plan neighbors like Annie Coe say should be a priority.
Definitely want to get it cleaned up. I don't, the thought of living there next to a polluted creek is not something we want to do.
By the hundreds, they marched from the Capitol to City Hall. Their voices heard in both Spanish and English, but delivering one unified message.
What do we want? Immigration reform. We are now organizing and marching to be recognized as human beings. We're marching for dignity.
Esther Reyes is marching for what she says is an opportunity. She says immigration laws are outdated.
Our immigration system does not adequately meet the response to the labor needs in our country.
What do we want? What this group wants is a fair pathway to citizenship, accountable border enforcement, family reunification, and an end to deportations.
There are 11 million people at the minimum who are undocumented and in the shadows. They're contributing on a daily basis as laborers, low-skilled and high-skilled workers. And we believe that they ought to have the right to be able to live without fear in this country.
These are people who have children who are American citizens who go to our schools.
With an immigration reform bill recently introduced in the Senate, David Cortez says he's more optimistic than ever that a path to citizenship is within reach.
We want the people of Austin to know that the people who are building our city and serving our food and washing all our clothes and doing all this service work for us demand fair immigration reform.
They also want Congress to take notice. Organizers say this is a wake-up call to lawmakers that they're expecting immigration reform to finally be passed.